Yeah, there's a massive hole in a child's heart when dad is either missing or is a negative or harmful influence on that young child. And that's not to take anything away from moms and the women. There's so many strong, powerful women involved in this fight. I know a bunch of them. I was just meeting one of them, a survivor, out in front here, and handed her something. She was borrowing a piece of equipment from us, and she's incredibly powerful and strong, like all of them are. But the missing ingredient is good, strong, healthy men playing their role. And so when we see a child growing up, you look at all the stats and you can find single parent households. Almost always the single parent is the mom there working a couple jobs, doing her best, and that dad is gone doing his own thing, and he's leaving this child that he birthed, his wife birthed, but he contributed that. And now there's a missing gap, and especially for both of them in different ways, but for young boys, they're desperately, as a young boy, is trying to figure out, who am I and what am I supposed to be like when I grow up? How do I treat the little girls on the playground? How do I grow up and become a man and be a positive influence in the world? And if there's no male figure guiding him, then in that regard, then what happens is the lyrics of the popular song lyrics and the hip hop and all those things, all the other influences, all the social media when they get to that age, it's all a bunch of lies about masculinity and what healthy men should be like, how they should treat the world around us. And so this young boy with no father figure to put the boundaries on, put the guardrails on and let him witness, oh, that's what it's like. And it's not really articulated that way. Like the dad doesn't necessarily have to say, hey, do it like me. It's just that young boy is growing up, going to the restaurant. How does dad treat the server and the waitress around the streets, around the neighborhoods? Like, what is dad doing? That's what that little boy is going to do. And so it's incredibly important that our dads are healthy and strong and leading the right way. And if they're missing altogether, mom is great. She's killing it doing her role, but she can't demonstrate what it's like to be a man because she isn't one.
Yeah.
And she hasn't had that upbringing.
She doesn't have that energy.
So there's this vulnerability that a young girl has, and these are words I've heard from so many of our survivors, and some of them are in the book. In fact, Jessica talks about it at one point. With no dad, you feel unprotected from the world. You feel vulnerable. Just the simple fact that dad is not around, and now if dad's harming you, then that's a whole nother level. You know, have you ever seen that picture where there's various versions of this that's floating around where there's like a lion cub, like a little baby lion cub, and he's looking really tough and kind of aggressive towards whatever's coming at him. But right behind him is this big dad, like got his back. And that's why that little lion cub can feel strong and confident in the world, because he's got dad behind him backing him up. And so when that big dad is not behind him backing him up, figuratively or literally, then that young lion cub is vulnerable and exposed. And so these young girls, they want, our young survivors, our young victims, they want what every 13, 14, 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl, and any age of any demographic, all of us want to feel included and accepted and affirmed. A young girl wants to know that she is enough. Society and media saying you're not enough of anything. She wants to feel beautiful, wants to feel like someone's pursuing her. And when none of that is happening, here comes that trafficker, sees her at a bus stop, sees her at the mall, out front of the school. He can spot that vulnerability, and he starts speaking into those vulnerabilities. And before long, she's off into that world, and it's sad.